Hey everyone, today we're talking about digital out-of-home advertising. So one of the core missions for our business is the democratization of advertising. And if you're a Fortune 500 brand, if you're a marketer, a VP, a director, if you're a media buyer, everything that I'm sharing with you, unless you don't work in this field, you know that this can happen. Our mission is to make this available for companies who think that it's inaccessible to them, or that don't even know that this stuff exists. Right? Most companies know that they can run ads on the Google search, and that becomes very expensive. Most companies know that you can run ads on Facebook, and that's also what we're interestingly seeing as an aside, is that the performance on Facebook is declining. It's just not as good as it was in 2017 and 2018. And it's interesting, I think, on Facebook because I've had conversations with clients, and one in particular, the moment Mark Zuckerberg testified in front of Congress, she texted me or called me or something, was like, Facebook performance is going to start to decline. And it's not only us. We've seen that. I've heard from other people the same sort of anecdotal evidence. So advertising is important, and the current state of advertising is about data and automation in environments that many people don't even realize is actually digital. And so today we're talking about digital out of home. So digital out of home is super interesting. So if you drive or you're in a city, you see out-of-home advertising placements. And a lot of these are digital. So what does it look like? A digital out-of-home placement is a billboard on the side of the road or next to a freeway that is a big sign, and it's a screen instead of a painting or a piece of paper on a board. So it's a digital screen. And you might see that these screens rotate in 8 to 15 second increments. And what this allows advertisers to do is to rotate advertising in when one of those environments goes unsold. And so what that means is, let's say that there are 8 rotations. Every group of rotations has 8 different ad slots, and they rotate in 8-second increments, let's say. So what we do is we buy advertising space on an auction for access to any one of those screens or any one of those 8 rotations that are not already sold. And so what this actually does is it creates opportunities for the digital out-of-home inventory owners to make more money. So it's good for them, and it's good for advertisers because it democratizes and gives access to this inventory when otherwise it would have cost like $50,000 for one location, and it may not even be the best location. Like but the minimum just to be in the game is $50,000, right? So now you can have access to the largest boards in the city in 8 to 15 second increments by running these digital out of home ads. So it's not only digital out of home. It's not only billboards. It's screens inside malls, which are very effective. It's screens inside gyms, in restaurants, transit shelters. So when you're driving by or you're waiting for the bus, when the bus shelter is a screen, you can run ads on those. If you're in New York, there's a company called Intersection and Link NYC. They have these screens that show information about the part of town that you're in. So like which trains are slow or fast or ahead of time or closed, which stores nearby have offers, interesting tidbits about history. They might even show art. So about half the time is content, it's information, and the other half of the time is advertising. And the advertising is just whoever wants to buy that ad space. And it could be you could be the retailer on the site on that same block, and you can buy that one screen, or you could buy screens in specific zip codes, or you can buy screens in other configurations based on places where your best customers are, or you can follow them along their commute to and from work. Like there's ways to program it, right? So the idea with digital out of home as a whole is to be able to use digital data to serve ads to screens where your customers are. And the way we've done this is we've used the top zip codes for some of our customers and served digital out-of-home ads where their top customers are. In other cases, we've made decisions about, okay, people who buy specific products at Kroger, so let's serve ads to any screen within a half-a-mile radius around a specific set of Kroger stores or GameSpot locations for a video game advertiser recently. So the idea is the targeting capability that exists with Facebook, with Google, with banners, with videos is now available for digital out of home. And this is a huge opportunity for small and mid-sized businesses. It's really interesting. Like I keep talking about small and mid-sized businesses, even though what I want are the largest advertisers in the world. I don't actually want the largest advertisers, partially because it's a different type of business. What excites me about my business is the fact that we give the little guy, and I say little, it doesn't mean necessarily just a small company, but just a company that isn't the large. If you're not the largest brand in the world, I'm talking to you. If you're not in the Fortune 500, I'm talking to you, right? We give those companies access to the tools and optimization and capabilities that are usually reserved for the largest brands in the world, and we give these companies an opportunity to outcompete the largest brands in the world simply by virtue of the fact that we have access to these really great tools. So while yes, you can do this for $500 a month, we're really looking for advertisers who are spending between $5,000 and $100,000 a month. But literally any advertiser can do this at any budget level, and that's it's so powerful to me. So that is digital out-of-home advertising, super interesting, getting in front of people in the physical landscape of your city. Talk to you soon.